This was men against boys stuff, wasn't it, Craig?
Yeah, and look, if you're Norwich City promoted to the Premier League, then, all right, getting results at places at Liverpool probably not going to be the difference between you staying up and going down. But when you make the basic mistakes that they made, particularly the Grant Hanley on goal, some might say it was unlucky. It wasn't unlucky. He had plenty of time to see the ball, couldn't sort his feet out. Then it was an uphill battle from there. For Norwich, it'll be about getting some results at home, fighting for their lives. But from Liverpool's perspective, you know, a little bit sloppy at times during the first half, but just completely in a different planet to Norwich.
It's easy, wasn't it, Steve? With Norwich defending like that, you know.
Yeah, they looked nervous, Norwich, and they were very, very deep. I know you could praise Liverpool for pushing them deep and not letting them out, but they did look nervous. But if you're Klopp, you're happy you've got 4 goals. But I think this performance has given Klopp a little thing to talk to his defence about, because there was a couple of times where they let Norwich in. They did score a goal. Now, yes, it was an easy victory, but there's things that Liverpool can work on for sure.
We won't mention expected goals from that stats graphic. We will, though, focus on the fact that is this just because it's Norwich and it's a newly promoted naive side, or is this a sign of things to come when it comes to Liverpool or indeed Manchester City playing teams in the bottom half of the table?
Right. As we were talking about last year, where it seemed that they were pummeling everybody.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're saying, where's the competitiveness of the league? I think it's going to be more of the same. I just do, because I think they're so far ahead. And, you know, Norwich tried to play a little bit. Other teams will try and play. Teams have tried to sit in and still been taken apart. Unfortunately, I think that's where we are. I'd like to see it be more competitive, but I don't see too many from sort of, say, 7th or 8th down giving the big boys much of a problem. I just can't see it.
This is the old cliche, there are no easy games in the Premier League. There are.
Well,
there are easy games when you've got the quality that Liverpool and City are putting out.
Listen, for Manchester City and Liverpool, there are easy games. And this game you saw today, you could have stuck a jersey of the so-called bottom 10 teams. You could have stuck any jersey on, and you're going to see it exactly the way you saw it last year, and you will 100% see it again this year. And it's just the difference in the quality. It shouldn't be a surprise, but there's a huge gulf in quality.
So a positive night for Divock Origi, negative though for Alisson, forced off in the first half. Said after the game, Jurgen Klopp said he felt like he'd been hit in the back of the calf. These are Liverpool's upcoming schedules. Klopp said pretty much he's not going to play against Chelsea in the Super Cup. We saw Adrian come on. How big a blow is this? It's not a bad run, is it, Stevie, that Liverpool have got?
Yeah, other than the Arsenal game, it's not bad. And listen, I absolutely prefer Adrian backing up than I did Mignolet. So that's a positive step. But at the end of the day, when you have a goalkeeper like Alisson, sometimes you can't be too cocky. We're saying, yes, it's Southampton. But you know what? This guy has made saves when it's mattered most and when it's counted in games, regardless of the opposition. Even the smaller clubs get chances, and Alisson has made saves. So it's definitely a blow, but I'm glad it's Adrian and not Mignolet.
The luckiest people were the ones carrying the stretcher, weren't they? I said that. They didn't have to put him on the stretcher because he's a big boy. Big bloke. And I think that's the thing. I think in terms of all the Premier League goalkeepers, he's not only a fantastic keeper, he's got the biggest presence.
Yeah.
And he'll tell you, when you're a defender and you've got that behind you, whether it's coming for crosses or whatever, then it's mentally it's half the battle. Because you know he's going to come.
But Adrian's not a bad replacement.
No, I agree. I think it's a shrewd move, and it's great for him.
Yep.
I'm sure you don't want your teammate to get injured, but it happens, and he's going to get some game time. But a very experienced goalkeeper coming in, and a better goalkeeper than Simon Mignolet. But with the Cav, barring a disaster, you know, probably 3 or 4 weeks.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPNFC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.